We are dealing with the money and credit chapter. In the previous class, I taught you about the loan activities of the bank and how the loan activity takes place between the borrower and the depositor, or it has been said as a lender and the borrower. Okay. So now we are getting into the credit situation. So I will give you two examples of credit situation. What does mean by credit? So beginning itself we saw credit means getting loan. Okay. If you borrow money without anything or without giving a document or something like that in the form of a collateral, it is known as credit. You will be getting credit cards. So credit cards will have been given to you of free of cost, but it will have interest. If you buy 10,000 rupees mobile out of it, it will have an interest of how much ever amount you are paying. No, every month you are supposed to pay. So along with that, interest will be added around 10%, 7%, 3%. Like that, interest will be there. Similarly, credit means loan, or you get money from the other is known as the credit. So this credit situation, a large number of the transaction that is happening in everyday life. Everyone is in need of money. Everyone needs some amount of money for improving their own conditions, right? Yes. So this credit situation is really helpful for few people and really getting into a worse condition for few people. So it refers to like when a person gives the money and the borrowers who gets the money, so they both should agree with each other for giving the money and getting the money. That is what is called as the credit conditions. So when this is happening, this has happening with the promises for the further repayment of the money. So the borrower promises the lender stating that he will be giving back the money with the interest with a short period of time. That is known as the credit. So come, let us see about the two credit situation that is being given in your book in the form of a case study. So first thing you can see about the festival season. It is about the Salim is a person who is a shoemaker. Okay, so he is a shoemaker. He gets an order from a big institution for about 3,000 shoes to be made. So what he will do? He will be in need of the workers. Okay, he need workers for stitching. He need workers for pasting. All these things he need workers. So what he will do? He has to hire. Hire means take them temporarily, not full-fledgedly. They are just hiring for few days or few months or few weeks like that. Okay, so he has to hire few people. That is the one thing he can do. And he is getting two type of credit. I will tell you what are the two types of credit that he is getting. So first credit that he gets is he goes to the leather shopkeepers and he is getting a bulk amount of leather with stating that he will be repaying the money within a month. Okay. So when he gives the shoe, full-fledged shoe to the institution, definitely they will make payment for him. So he will be able to pay the amount what he got from the leather person. Okay, leather shop. So that is what he is doing. So he is getting the leather from the leather making industry. Okay, so that is the first credit that he is doing. Second thing, if you see, he is getting advance money from the institution which gave him the order of doing the shoe. That is an institution which has given him from them for 1,000 shoes. What will be the cost? He is getting that money in the form of an advance. And he is stating that when he gets the money, remaining money, that time they can deduct this 1,000 shoes cost. Original money when he is getting. So what happens is that with this process, when he is hiring few people and he is continuing his work and he is able to complete the production of 3,000 shoes within a month, and he was able to give it to the institution and he gets the order, money which he is supposed to get, and he gives back the money what he has to give it to the leather industry also. So what happens here? The condition of the shoemaker improves. When he gets a bulk order, he is able to manage situation and he is able to bring a profit for his own self. This is a positive credit which you can see. So this positive credit, see, in this case Salim obtains the credit to meet the working capital needs of production. So the capital helps him to meet the ongoing expenses. So whatever credit he got now, it was helping him to get into the process of making shoes and complete the production on time, and thereby he was able to increase his earning. So the credit therefore plays a vital role as a positive role in his life. This is one type of credit that you can see, my dear students. The next credit is about the Swapna, who is Swapna's problem actually. It is even named it as problem, you can see. First it was a festival season and second it is Swapna's credit. So Swapna is a woman who is having around 3 acres of land and she is growing groundnut in her farming, and she takes loan from the money lender. Okay, and to meet her expenses of cultivation. So whatever cultivation she is doing, no, for that purpose, she is hoping that her harvest would help her to pay back the money that she got from the money lender. And one kind where she was around the crop was to grow, she found that it was affected by the pest. Pest means, insects, no? So these insects was affecting it too much, and she is supposed to provide them with the pesticides. So what happened is that for that also she is getting loan from the other person. That is, she is getting midway, you can find she is not able to harvest, so she is getting loan from them, money from the other person, and with that money she is trying to suppress the pests. Okay, but she was not able to do that for longer extent. That means the crop was not that much yield, did not give that much of yield, but it has given some amount of yield, but the amount was not satisfactory for her to give back the money to the money lender. Okay, so this situation had happened to her, and the same thing, she was unable to pay back the money to the money lender, and she has gone into debt growing. And next year, you know what she did? Swapna took a fresh loan. So she's taking a fresh loan for cultivation of normal crop. She didn't go for the groundnut or something like that. She gone for a normal crop, but the earning are not enough for her to have complete the old loan that she got. So she got into a debt. Debt means, we'll say in Tamil, kadan. Okay, she has fully put into the debt. She was not able to come out of it at all because she has got a first loan for groundnut sowing itself. Then she got the second loan for the pesticides. Then third time, new year when started, she is getting another loan for the normal crops. So what happens is that she was not able to pay back the money to the money lender. So what happens here? In this situation, she's been totally taken into a position of the debt. She has become totally debt and she was no more. And what happened, she was supposed to lend or send her land for selling. She has to sell her part of land and pay back the money to the money lender. She was being pushed to that kind of situation. So this is another situation of credit which may go worse also. So it is based on the means of demand for the credit for crops. So if it is not only crop, it is based on the product that is being produced, also determines the debt or it determines the profit. Okay, so if you see, if a crop, definitely it needs certain kind of care taken which has to be done for it. That is, if a crop is being sown, it has to be taken care by providing proper waters, fertilizers, pesticides, all these things, right? So it has to be given too much of care. So when certain equipments are needed, it has to be provided with certain kind of equipments, and when the repair of the equipments happens, it has to be repaired like bore wells and other things. So this needs lot of care and effort. So there is a minimum stretch for about 4 months, but this harvest takes 4 to 6 months only. whatever crop it is, it might be taking only 4 to 6 months for its production yield. Usually it takes crops loans are being seasonal and repaid by the loan after harvesting. So the repayment of the loan is currently depends upon the income of the farmer. So when an incomer proper incomer gets a loan, he will be able to repay the loan within short period of time with his income that he is getting. But to the farmer, his crop, how much it is harvesting, that is what is his income. Okay, in Swapna's case, you can find that the crop was not giving her a good yield and it has attained with a failure, and this failure has taken her into a debt trap. Trap means what? So, Kadan, she has been trapped over the debt itself, and the credit in this case pushed the borrower into a situation for which the recovery is very painful, definitely. So she has even sold her land, right? She will not be able to re-get the loan or re-get the land, right? And she will be in a situation like she has to do harvest in the 2 acres of land. She had 3 acres. So think about the situation of these peoples. So when you think about the situation of the shoemaker, it is a happy ending where you can find the shoemaker was happy, he got a profit, he was able to get credit of his own from the different peoples, and he was able to repay it, and it is a positive credit. So a term of credit has 2 aspects. In the situation of credit, it can be of 2 types. It can take you to a positive aspect also. It can take you to the negative aspect also. That is based on the credit on which you are getting. Okay. So this is what is about the terms of being considered as the situation in the credit. Okay. So next we will see about the terms of credit in the next class, my dear students. Hope you would have understood this content really well. Please go through the content, because this has to be read by you, otherwise you will not be able to understand the situation of these Salim and Swapna. So please go through it and you will be knowing it very well once you go through it. Okay. So remaining will continue in the next class, my dear students. Thank you.